Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is Tenzing Peach and Honeymelon, and OP14 is finally on the sim. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be interspersing OP14 videos with OP13 sort of more off-meta videos. So there's only so many Emu, Zoro, and Ace videos you can make before it gets all a bit boring. So today I'm taking a look at Jinbe, and this is one of the leaders that I am most excited for from this set. He's really cool. And it's like really aggro blue in a way that we've not seen for quite a while. Doflamingo was the last sort of aggressive blue deck, but this guy's even more aggressive and he is really, really fun. So as this is a new deck and pretty much all the cards are new, I'm going to be going over the whole deck list. If you want to skip straight to the gameplay, timestamps in the description. So Jinbe is a standard leader, 5 life, 5k, Fishman, Warlords, and some Pirates. And then activate main, you can do this as many times as you like, trash one card to give 2 rested dons to any Fishmen or your Merfolk. This exists to just be like an infinite ramp at the end of the game. You can get some ridiculous power out of this effect and just give you a lot of pressure throughout the game, really. And the cards that they print in this deck revolve around drawing a lot of cards and also pumping up little weenies. I mean, we play 10 1-cost, right? Like Arlong, he's your searcher, 1/3 brick, Fishman. You can just look at the top 4, grab anything with a cost of 2 or more. And that's nice because it can help you search for your tech cards, things like Pudding, things like Red Rock. Normally, if you want to see these cards, you've got to run a lot of them. But because Arlong can actually find them, that's kind of nice. We're not just bot decking them all. We've also got Chew, 1/3 brick, Fishman. On play, you get to draw a card. Both these guys replace themselves in hand, so you don't feel as bad about using lead effect to pump them up to 5. We also have Hatchan. I'm a bit more mixed on this one because it is more conditional. He's a 1/3 brick, Don X2, on carry, draw a card. So your opponent doesn't have to kill him for him to get any value. And if you are just constantly pumping him to 5, you are going to lose a lot of cards out of this one, but I do think it's important to get a critical mass of 1-costs so that you have something early on to sort of start applying pressure to your opponent. The next phase of the game is sort of the 4 to 3 Don plays. We've got 2 of these summoners. Both Aladdin and Shirahoshi will play out a 3-cost Fishman or Merfolk character from your hand. Shirahoshi draws a card immediately and is a blocker. Aladdin's a 4/5 1k, and he'll draw a card when he goes down. And your opponent is going to take this guy out because a 5k stat line is not something to mess about with. But what are these guys summoning? Well, we've got this really shitty promo Arlong that's actually not that shitty in this deck. Playing this on 3 or 4 off one of these dudes. All of a sudden, you've got this guy that if your opponent doesn't pressure you down in life, he's just going to start sniping cards. And that's really quite obnoxious, right? Taking a card out of your opponent's hand and swinging 6 for 1 use of your leader effect, genuinely pretty good. And this is one of my favourite targets to see in my hand early on. He also has a horrific live-action print. Which, yeah, he can PM your opponent by playing the horrible live-action Arlong. The other 3 costs we've got Karubi. He's a 3/3 1k. When you trash a card by an effect, one like this, he gets rushed for the turn, and on KO he draws a card. Again, it's another guy. He replaces himself. Aladdin replaces himself. Shirahoshi replaces herself. This Arlong doesn't, but he furthers the aggression by killing your opponent's hand, so I'll let him off. And then finally, we've got Wadatsumi, 3/5 2k. He can't attack, but when you trash a card from an effect, such as your leader, you nullify that for the turn. This is like a backup play off the Aladdin and the Shirahoshi. I'd usually rather play either Karubi or Arlong, but Wadatsumi's fine, and he's a nice little 2k. Not too bad. After your 4-Don turn, you're going to be going to 6 or 7. You might want to play Fisher Tiger. 6, 7, 1k Fishman. On play, you get to draw 3 cards. However, at the end of your turn, you are capped at a hand size of 5. So after you play this guy, you're going to have to use your leader effect probably like 2 times, maybe even 3. But that's fine because we just have 6 rested Don. So we can use all of Fisher Tiger's value that he gives you to attach 6 Don to whatever guys are still alive. Maybe you've got an Arlong, maybe you've got an Aladdin. Maybe some of these 1-costs are still hanging around. The Fisher Tiger gives you so much aggression on the 6 Don turn. It almost feels like it didn't cost you anything to play him, right? Similar to that 10-cost Shanks. Then after that, our closer is Jinbe. 8, 10, Warlords and Fishman, and some Pirates. When a card's trashed from your hand, he gains Rush, very similar to Karubi. And then on play, you can rest 2 Don, making him a pseudo 10-cost. You get to draw 2 and bounce a 7. This is great for bouncing pretty much any blocker outside of Big Whitebeard and Emus. But any other little blocker, things like a Marco, you can just get rid of him. Against the Boa deck, the 4-cost Boa, you can get rid of that. So this is quite nice. You can either use it as just an 8-10 rush unit, or you can use it as like this 10-10, draw 2, bounce to 7. And he's kind of 2 cards in 1. In terms of closing out the game, we've got 2 FEMA, gives you unblockable if you can get your opponent down to 0 and they don't heal. Perfume FEMA plus Pudding kind of just wins the game against a bunch of decks that don't play counter events. Emu, not so much, because they do play counter events. But against like an ace deck, if you can get them to 0 and go Pudding FEMA, I mean, you just kind of win, so happy days. Also, 2 Red Rock, you can get rid of Whitebeard, you can get rid of just big things. If you have like a decently sized board, going like Red Rock, maybe play out a 1 cost, and then use your leader to pump a bunch of times, just a pretty good play. You can control the board quite nicely with this card, it's quite interesting. And finally, I've got a few more 2Ks. I've got Koala, she's a new 2K, 2/0 2K. You can trash her to buff something by 2K. So this is neutral, but then you have 2 rested Don, right? So at the end of the game, when you're just looking for power, this gives you 2 Don to spend that gives you 4K power effectively. So it's like a little 2K buff when combined with your leader effect. And 2 Hina. I actually had this pump spell in here. I was trying this out, but it just never came up. I'm not going to lie. In all the games I played, this just didn't come up. So I've swapped it out for 2 Hina. She can deny some Marcos and Walkyries or some Boa blockers, which is kind of cool. It's like a closer 2K. And a couple extra 2Ks wouldn't go amiss. Because I did feel like sometimes I was like, ooh, damn, if I had a 2K here, we'd be kind of gaming. But I didn't have one. Overall, I had no idea how Jinbe's going to be into the meta. There's not really anyone playing Emu and Ace and Zoro on the Eastern Sim. Everyone's just trying out the new decks for now. And I wanted to try out the new decks too. So here we are. Obviously, as I am learning this deck, and then several of my opponents, go easy on misplays. I'll do another Jinbe video at some point in the future. Into the more meta decks. I just wanted to play some games with this guy and see how he feels. Overall, this feels very aggressive. This genuinely feels quite decent. The amount of like cycle you get with all these fishmen replacing themselves. It doesn't feel like you're going really low on hand, despite you trashing a load of cards every turn. It's a really fun playstyle, something that we haven't really seen quite like this before. And I would definitely recommend giving him a go. Got a game into Purple Doffy, and he shows him first. I don't really want 2 FEMAs. I don't think this is actually that good in the matchup. The Arlong's decent. If we draw a 4 cost, I kind of like this hand. If we don't, I'm going to mulligan. This might be a little greedy, but we've got 2 4 costs now. I prefer this hand significantly. The reason the FEMA is just not very good into him is because he doesn't rely on blockers, right? His leader just diverts, so, you know. We'll go the Chew first, and then we'll go with the Arlong. And I'm going to take... Pudding could be useful. I'm not familiar enough with the matchup to know if this is good. A second Shirahoshi... We're probably just going Shirahoshi into Wadatsumi, into Fisher Tiger currently. So I guess I'll take a 2K, because I'm not convinced Pudding is going to be good in this game. We'll find out, huh? We'll find out. But yeah, we've got either Shirahoshi into either Wadatsumi or Kurobi, which is pretty cool. He's got a whole bunch of searchers. Holy. He's got a whole bunch of searchers. I respect it. I respect it. The Pudding's definitely not very good into this board. Sugar does rest, as expected. Everwhite, that's the ramp one. Yeah, Gear 2. Gear 2 looking ass. And then 5 lead. We'll take the 5 lead. Second, we don't need 3 of him. It's okay, we can discard 1. We'll go 3 into Sugar. Just get rid of that. Very much doubt he would save this. And if he does, I will just continue to attack it. We have a lot of weenies. You know. He can redivert it to leader, but for what point? For what point? Yes, indeed. Then we'll go with the Shirahoshi. Deploy that. Fuck off, man. Bloody Fisher Tiger. Look at him. I'll go the Kurobi. We can toss like 2 Fisher Tigers here. And go 5 for like 5. It's kind of decent. Yeah. Toss a Fisher Tiger. Go 5 with Arlong. He's going to redivert me into a Dellinger. Oh no. How could I have seen this coming? Does ramp back to 3. Very nice. And then, what's this going to grab? Pika! This is the ramp one. Yeah, this ramps a Don at the end of the turn. It's like a mini Katakuri. Really good card, actually. We'll go 5 with leader. It's going to take that one. And then we'll go 5 with Kurobi. Yeah, we'll trash another Fisher Tiger. And then go 5 with Kurobi. Cool. And then we'll pass it up. We've got a nice board of weenies here. This Don't Worry I'm Here, Leave Things to Me could actually be useful, you know, if we can keep enough of this board hanging around. Yeah, I don't mind it. 5 to 3. I think we'll let one go. I think we will let one go. I know I could have blocked, but like I really don't want to. I don't think I want to use my leader effect that many times. We're going to be doing Fisher Tiger. We're going to be using it on Chew. We're going to be using it on Kurobi. We're going to be using it on the leader probably. Having the Arlong there versus having the blocker for later. I think I prefer the blocker. Oh, okay. Goes with the Sugar. Is he going to attack with Dellinger? He is going to attack with Dellinger. I do want to keep this one. Is this the one that heals? On KO. No, it plays a 5. Okay. This card's pretty good. I'm not that worried about this guy. I think I'm just going to leave him here. Right? We'll go with the Fisher Tiger. These Arlongs are terrible. So we need to trash 2, so I'll trash a Chew and an Arlong, I guess. It could just be 2 Arlongs, though. We might be playing the Chew next turn after the second Fisher Tiger currently. Let's just go 5-5-5. We'll probably eat the Sugar. Yeah. What's coming out? That Pika? That Pika indeed. Then we'll trash the other Arlong. The Arlong's just kind of slow. You know, at this point in the game. It's really nice when you find him early, but later on, he's not so good. He does have one Don he can use for his counter event, but, you know, that's okay. Takes that one, then we'll go 5. I'm sure he'll counter this one. Yeah, Pika. Cool. So one more turn till he gets to his big Tenkos Doffy. Although he does have to be careful with the ramp and the ramp down. The ramp and D-ramp, whatever. He has to be a little bit careful with that. Does have this Dellinger as a nice leader effect target. I forget which one. There's one of them that heals. There's one of these Don Quixote Pirates characters that heals when it goes down. Is it this one? It is this one. Yeah, this one does. 5 to 3. Sure. Especially as it's the one that draws a card. Should have attacked this one first. Is he going to play another thing for 4? I'm going to block here with Jirohoshi. If he wants to go... Okay, we're going 5 to 3, then yeah, you got it. That's fine. That worked out fine enough, I think, for us. And he does pass there and ramps up. So he can redirect us into anything, obviously. It'd probably be the baby 5, but if he does redirect into the baby 5, he actually can't 10 Doffy next turn. Yeah, we don't have our Jinbe, which is a little annoying. Then we'll go with this. Still no Jinbe. Go with this. Still no Jinbe. I was hoping to see Jinbe. The Jinbe is pretty good. It can bounce all of his guys, right? But, here we are. Now, we need to trash a lot of cards now. We'll trash the pump spell. Put 2 here. I think I'll try and clear the Pika. I think I want to try and clear the Pika. Because if he does just Doffy next turn, we can like Red Rocket and then go with that. Okay, he rediverts us into the Dellinger. Senor Pink. Why not? And then what else are we trashing? We gotta trash 3 more. Wow. No, it's definitely the Arlong. I guess I'll trash the Pudding. And then I'll trash the Pump spell. And then we'll go 11 into Pika. This game's not ending anytime soon. And the reason I'm trashing so many is just because of the Fisher Tiger's effect, right? Yes, this is going to be the Tenkos Doffy, I would have to assume. He gets to lock down all 3 of these. Which is kind of tough for us, you know? Kind of tough. But we can just remove it. Oh, it's the 8 cost Doffy. Okay. I was expecting the 10. We got the 8. Who's coming out? Menace. Ramps 1 is active. Okay, draw 2, trash 1, then ramp a bunch. We get to keep these, though. Yes, by all means. Dean. We could go with him. Or we could just go with this. I would really like to see Jinbe. I really want to see my Jinbe. I'm going to go with the Arlong. There he is. There's Jinbe. My goats. Am I playing him this turn, or am I going to wait till next turn to get the effect? I think going with him this turn... Next turn, we'd be able to play him and bounce something. We could just red rock like the big Doffy this turn. It's not that bad. It reduces his aggression to nothing, right? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. We have to trash 1. I guess I'll just trash the Aladdin. 2 dons here. We might as well go like 6 with this. We have nothing else to do with our dons. We'll go 6 just so that if he redirects into the menace, it's not just like a free block. It will go down. Goes with the baby 5. Goes in diamond -1 again. Gets the heal. Goes to 4. This is a really weird, like, quite technical deck, I think. But we do now have 3 7s. One of which will be countered with the Everwhites. Let's go 7. He should counter this one with the event. Yeah. If he hadn't have done that, I would have probably used the effect again to swing 9 with this. But as he used it, I'm fine just going 7 once more. And we'll pass it up. It's fire. That's fine. So we've got the Jinbe for next turn. We can get rid of this menace. And if this is just the 10 Doffy, then that is fine by me. And then this is just 6. I'm going to counter this with the Wadasumi. I want to stay a little bit healthy. But he's not going to be able to chain these because we're going to bounce this menace, which is really big. Because if we leave this menace and he uses his lead effect to redirect into it, then he'd be able to move one of our swings into this. He gets the KO and gets the effect, of course, but then he goes back to 8, which means he could play another one. If we bounce this, he can't play another 10 cost Doffy next turn. So all these guys suddenly get very, very threatening again. So we're going to go with this, use the card action, draw 2, get rid of this. Then we will toss Chew. Yeah, goodbye, Chew. Go 7-10. I think I'm fine with 7-10. 9-10 somewhat tempting because we have the Fema, but again, Fema into Doflamingo doesn't work the same as other decks. It does use Don -1, redirects into the Doffy, that is fine. You can, I guess, yeah, the 9 wouldn't have done anything, right? Although he is now back down to 8 Don. So he's stuck playing like the 8 Doffy again. And our board is really quite threatening next turn. Monet. $14 to Jinbe. 14 to Jinbe. How much do I want to save this? Do we need him? I don't think we need him. If we save him, though, do we just win? No, because his swing will just get redirected into Menace. We don't have anything to do with these Dons. Other than, like, just pump. We might be able to win, though. If we, like, pump with the Koala. But if I'm doing that, I won't have the Jinbe. I think I'm just going to let him go. And I'm going to take this one. I don't mind that. I mean, that works even better. Sometimes rewarded, huh? Sometimes rewarded. Yeah, we'll go with that. Use the card action. Get rid of Menace again. I was just thinking, like, we can go with the Shirahoshi into the Kurobi. We get, like, a rush guy. We use some Dons. And we've got a blocker, which is kind of nice. But I will take the Jinbe. Absolutely, I will take the Jinbe. We'll toss this Chew. Put 2 Dons on Arlong. I'm not too sure how many times I want to use this. I think I'm going to start with 7 from Fisher Tiger. Because I don't know how many times I want to use my leader spell. He can obviously divert one attack into Doffy. But if he diverts like a 7 in there, then, you know, he's going to have to think more about this 10. 3, 4, 2. We've got to toss at least 2 more cards. It's going to go... I'm going to go another 7. I'm going to just push another 7. I love this deck. Oh, he's shooting 1Ks now. That's pretty bad. We'll toss Aladdin. Push another 7. 7's clearly working out. He's run out of counter. We're cooking him with the fishmen. Let's go. Man, this Jinbe is really quite strong, you know. But draw 2, bounce a 7. And he's a rush unit, man. I love him. He's a fun card. Okay, well, we've run out of cards. Well, now we just attack into the Doffy, right? Yeah, we just attack here. And honestly just pass. There's not even any need to take him to 0. Because, you know, if he plays the 10 Doffy, we still have this Jinbe. We still have our leader. We just win next turn. Nice. I'm happy to get a win there against Doffy. I was expecting that to be a little bit tricky. And it did get a little bit tricky at a point. But the aggression you get to put on with these Fishmen cards, it's really, really good. Good game into Law. I have no idea what I want in this matchup. This is going to be a very aggressive matchup. I think we'll try... Let's try first. Got double 1s. Jinbe's a little slow. I think I'll mulligan that. Okay, I kind of like this. Chew into Arlong is solid. If we can draw a 4 cost, it's about the second Arlong, we could be kind of in an insane position. I'm digging this so far. See if he has any searches on his early turns. He does. He has the Luffy. We grab a Bonnie 2K. Nothing crazy there. Nothing else. We're going to Chew. Oh, we're just going to go 5 leader. And then I'm just going to play out the Arlong and pass. Because I want to take the first life. He takes his first life. Yeah, I want to take the first life. I don't want to take any more. Not for obvious reasons, right? This little guy here. And if he does do something crazy, like, I don't know, play a kid, and then put the kid's power on the Luffy and attack with the Luffy, we can counter with either the second Arlong or the Wadatsumi, depending on how big the swings are. I'll take this first one, though. Another Chew. I mean, we can just shit out a bunch of dudes. A Rouge! This guy's really good. This guy is really, really good. KO's our guys for free, pretty much. Aladdin's a nice grab, though. We'll go Aladdin into Arlong here. Yeah, Aladdin's Arlong. We can play out a Chew, toss a Chew. Need to toss something else, though. I don't mind tossing probably whatever the Chew draws, to be honest. Aladdin into Arlong. We'll play out Chew first. Yeah, that's tossable. I don't think this is going to be too big in the matchup. Go 5 here. And then I'm actually going to go 6. And we snipe a card as well. It's pretty cool. He hasn't got much choice on what to toss with that, so he's going to take the 6, I'd imagine. Will he counter the 5? I don't know, maybe, but he's already down to 3. Only 5 cards in hand after this attack. Yep, 3 and 4. I'm liking it. He's going to be able to clear up a good bit of our board, though. This Rouge effect is really, really helpful. We need to get rid of this guy immediately. He is a massive threat to our game plan. Luckily, these Arlongs are just outside the range of him, though. So, that's nice, at least. Rush Luffy. Seems good. Seems good to me. Who are we swapping the power onto? Presumably a Rouge. Yeah, that's going to go through. We'll make a Rouge a 6k. Attack lead. KO the upright Chew, I guess. Swing 3 into the Chew. Into this taps Chew. That could be reasonable. 3 here, take out this one. Oh, he doesn't have 5 back. He fucked up. He didn't give it 5,000 power. He doesn't get to go or chew. Yeah, it's fine. You can have that chew. Yeah, the Arouge value has been lost. Will he attack with the Hawkins? Probably. Probably. 5. This is just going to be a 6, so we might as well take. Ooh, that is a tasty trigger. We'll get rid of that Hawkins. That's a mega good hit there. Getting rid of that Hawkins is just great. Yeah, and then 6 here. I'll counter this. I can probably take this one. We're going to remove his entire board. I think we can take this one. Fisher Tiger's okay. Arlong's fine too. I don't mind him. Let's go to the Fisher Tiger, draw 3. Don't think we need 2 Jinbes. Don't think we need 2 Fisher Tigers either. So let's toss the... We'll use that in a minute. We'll just attack into this Luffy first. 3 into 0. That's going to go through. Then we'll go 4 into 2. That's going to go through. Go 5 lead. Takes the 5 lead. Interesting. I'm going to play out the Arlong. Then we'll use lead effect twice. I'll just take a 2k here. And then we'll toss a Jinbe. And then we'll toss a Fisher Tiger. Yeah, we'll go for this. We'll go for this. If he gives us two 2Ks, then it does do that. That's fine. I think we're just in a really strong position regardless, right? Because he can play out one big rush guy. It's going to be the Zoro is the best one. And he's got 3 swings. He can just clear the board. But, you know, he's not going to win the game. And it's just kind of difficult, right? It's kind of difficult because we've still got really good aggression next turn. Yeah. That's fine. Ooh, Red Rocks. Red Rocks kind of interesting, actually. 5 to 3. Yeah, you can have it. You can just have them on board. It's fine. We don't need these guys. I imagine he attacks the Chew. Yeah. Should have shambles. Unless this one card. No, it's just a Hawkins. Sure. So we can just play it a little bit slower here. Jinbe next turn, I think, is good. We could Red Rock the Zoro. Probably deal with the Luffy. If he plays a Law, we only have to counter the leader swing, which we're obviously very fine for. I think this is okay. Or we can just go Jinbe and try and kill him. I don't think we need to. I think we can do that next turn. Let's go 8 to this Luffy. Red Rock this. Trash. Probably 1 while that zoom is okay. Go 5. And then we'll go 7. Cool. We got him to 1. We removed his entire board. I think it's fine. We've got the Jinbe. If he plays a blocker, we can just bounce it. This should just be game with this Jinbe here. Because he's down at 1. With 3 in hand, no less. And he still kind of has to play board unless he wants to just go for lethal. But we know that he can't get it because we've got 3 2Ks. There's the Law. Very nice. I suppose this is somewhat... he's just going to swap to 10 anyway, so we'll just let that go. Yeah, it's fine. Let me think about this. Because he does have this, right? This effect is actually pretty big. He can push himself to 10 for 2 cards. But no, we're going to be swinging... What? So as long as we can swing... I mean, we start with 10. Yeah, and then just go from there. We don't even need to use the effect, because we can just get the extra dom from the koala. This could be a 4-don event, so we want to go at least 11 with the first swing. Yeah. So deploy this, no effect. Deploy, I guess it's whatever, right? Yeah, we'll deploy this. Use the effect. Buff up to 12. Use leader effect. Toss Karubi. Then we'll go 12, and then we'll go 15. And that will be the game. So you can swap the power. But the most you can go to is 14 here. Yeah. Close one there. I can't lie. I actually just forgot about that law second effect. I completely forgot. But yeah, he can only go to 14. So we're good for 15. Yeah, this is the one don, the fake rad beam, right? I'm gonna take. Oh no, it's just a Perkins. GG's. GG's, my friend. 12-15 out of nowhere. Man, I love this deck. It's so much fun. Got a game into Crocodile, and we are going first. I don't mind this. We can go Chu into Arlong into, like, Chu Shirahoshi. Especially if we draw a second 3 cost. This is looking pretty solid. We'll go with the Chu. Aladdin. Not really what I'm looking for, but it's okay. We'll pass it over. Next turn, we're going to go with the Arlong. I'll have to toss something. I'm not really sure what I want to toss yet. Probably one of these, unless we draw something like really bad off the top. Red Rock is a little bit slow. Red Rock is a bit slow. He chose us a Wednesday and an all Sunday off the event, and yeah, sure. Okie dokie. Let's start with 5. I think I'm just going to play Arlong and pass, actually, and not attack with the Chu. We can attack with the Chu next turn, so we have multiple things turned sideways. I think that's the line. Yeah, we'll go with this, and just pass it up. Next turn, we can go... I guess we can go Aladdin into Chu, or Shirahoshi into Chu. There's the Mr. 2. Who's he going to turn into? Zala? What does she do? If you have 7 more cards in your trash, this character gains 1,000 power. Incredible. No, we might need that later. I don't really want that one. That's a good one to trash. Yeah, so we'll go with the Shirahoshi. If we draw a 3 cost, we are cooking. We do not. We draw a Chu. We'll play a Chu. And then I'll play another Chu, I think. Yeah. Just keep cycling through these Chus. Keep chewing them out. Let's trash the Red Rock. 2 dons here. Swing 5. Go 5 again. Then we'll trash the... This could actually be alright. Like, not next turn though. It could be right in 2 turns' time. Am I willing to keep it that long? I'm probably willing to toss an Aladdin. Then we'll go 6, and he has to lose a card. It's quite nice, you know. This Arlong's genuinely really good if you can sort of protect it nicely. That is a challenge though, you know. That is a bit of a challenge. And he has the Mr. 1 probably soon. Does boss him a card, then takes the 6. We've got him down to 3. That's pretty good. No Mr. 1 in here yet. And then we'll just pass it over. If he swings more than 6 into this, it's definitely gone. His Missile Sunday trashes a Zala and a Mr. 2. Who's Mr. 2 turning into this time? Is it just another Zala? Is it another Zala? I don't know. I didn't see anyone else too crazy. Oh, he's got the Mr. 1 in there. He milled the Mr. 1 with the leader mill. That's really huge. Definitely should be this Mr. 1 now. Yeah. Rest the Shirahoshi. Rest the Shirahoshi. And then attack into it with Valentine. Oh, you can only rest a 0 with this effect. Oh, so he should have reduced the Shirahoshi in, like, thinking about it. But the reason he didn't was because this wasn't in the trash when he activated the leader effect, right? Yeah, that's pretty big. We let this go. Yeah, we can defend this from this, but then it just dies to leader swing, so it's whatever. Yeah, we'll just let that go. That's fine. I'm surprised he didn't attack the Chew for 3 with Valentine. I guess he has something to do with this Don. We'll go no blocker, though. And then we'll go no blocker resolve. Jinbe's great to have, though. No, just has a Don, I guess, for like a ground death. That's fair enough. So we're definitely going to go with the Fisher Tiger here, and we're going to have a lot of cards to toss. In fact, we're almost going to have too many to toss. Maybe we should have blocked that swing. I guess we can play the Arlong as well. Definitely toss the Femur. Let's do this first. Let's toss the Femur. 5 lead. 8 in hand. 8 in hand's kind of crazy, man. The amount of card draw you get with this deck, it's just so fun. It's just so fun. He takes the 5. I guess he's expecting more 5s, huh? Let's toss. Probably the Shirahoshi. Probably the Aladdin over. Yeah, if I'm going to play one of them, I'm playing the Shirahoshi rather than the Aladdin. We'll go 5 lead again. Should definitely counter this one. Indeed he does. And then I'll go 7 with this, but we'll play the Arlong first, I guess. In fact, we can go 8 with this now. Huh? Yeah. Do I want anything here? Don't really want pudding. I guess we can take another pump spell. And then toss Shirahoshi. I don't even want it, though. I'll just take a 2k. Yeah, I'll just take a 2k. And then we've got to toss 2 cards. We'll toss the pump spell and Shirahoshi. Because he's going to take out most of this shit. Yeah. And then we'll just go 8. Could go 8 to Croc, to Mr. 1. Actually, don't mind trying 8 to 6. I don't mind trying this. Because if this is like a spell that can only buff leader, it wasn't. It was the ground death. Well, that would have saved his leader anyway, so 6 of 1, you know? 8 Don, expecting maybe the Missile Sunday. He did take that very long ago. Goes to the Valentine to start. Yeah, expecting the Missile Sunday into another one of these searchers and a Mr. 2. And then Mr. 2 probably currently turning into the this lady, Double Fingers. Wednesday, give one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0 minus 3,000 for the turn. Sure. What was the point of this? I mean, he did it before using the leader effect. I don't think you needed this, right? Well, you're going to reduce my Chew to 0 power. Seems a bit pointless to me. You should have definitely got a searcher instead of this Miss Wednesday. But we're all learning, right? We're all learning this. Yeah, it does toss the Mr. 2. Expecting... I mean, if you had Mr. 1, that would be perfect. He doesn't. Just has Mr. 4, babe. 5 to 3. Yep, that'll go through. We're going to 9. Second Jinbe would be really, really good. Go no blocker there. Do I want to take this or block? I think I don't mind taking this. Okay. Hatchan. He's here. We might just play him. Yeah, I might just play him. Yeah, we're going to go with the Jinbe. That's a big 10k rush. If we can get him to 0, we just win. So long as we don't die. But with the amount of 2Ks in hand, it's looking pretty decent. 3, 4, 5. Maybe we just don't play the Hatchan. Just use him for fodder. Let's start with 7. 7 lead. Goes with the Babe block. Maybe grab a Croc if he doesn't have one. Does grab a Croc. Seems reasonable. Yeah, we need at least one toss. It's definitely going to be the Hatchan. I think I'm tossing the Karobi as well. Because if we can get him to 0, FEMA just wins, pretty much. Yeah, so let's just play this Jinbe first. Then we'll toss the Hatchan. I don't think I want to bother attacking with the Arlong. Unless we need to. I might try 8 here. See if he counters an 8. No. Okay, well then let's go 10. Because I doubt you're countering this. If he does counter this, well, brilliant. We can attack with the Arlong, I guess. This is going quite well, you know. I'm really enjoying this Jinbe deck. It's so much more fun than the last Jinbe deck. Well, we don't need to attack with Arlong, I guess. Is it worth it to? Not really. We just have 20k. This isn't going to be able to attack, but... And this isn't going to be able to attack, but our leader can attack, and our leader's going to attack for quite a lot. Is it ever worth getting a little 5 in here with Arlong? I don't think so. We might even play the Karubi, to be fair. Yeah, let's just pass it up. We might even play the Karubi. Because it does just return... it removes 3 Don from our hand. 7 to 5. We do have to be a little bit careful. I think I'll block. Because if he played a Mr. 1, that could rest that after he, say, killed the Zala. He could kill Zala, play Mr. 1, rest Shirahoshi. Or he could negate Shirahoshi. 9, though, we will definitely take. 2, not particularly helpful. Oh, he's going for it. Okay, we've got 6 Dom, we've got 11. 7, 9, 11, 12. We're good on that. So let's just take. Cool, we win. He didn't even go for his Croc game plan. He figured he was just going to lose anyway. I guess we did have the Arlong who would have been able to attack. But yeah, 7, 9, 11, 12. GG's. Nicely done. A good win here against Croc. We'll buff up this. And then he just leaves, sure. How much count did he have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. See, our Fisher Tiger and Jinbe wouldn't have been able to attack, but with only 8k in hand, literally just swing 15 wins. Which is why he went for that. He would have got a draw 1 and would have actually drawn a ground death, so... You know, he might have been able to survive if he gambled a little bit, but we did have a lot of pumps in our koalas and FEMA, so, hey. Well played to our opponent. Nice to get a win over Black Croc. I know that's... I think this guy is... people are enjoying this guy a lot more than they thought they would. But hey, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. Got a game into the new Boa. What do we want, first or second? I'm really not sure yet with this deck. I don't mind either, honestly. I think I'm going to try second. Got 2 1-drops and an Arlong for 4... This seems pretty keepable to me. This does seem pretty keepable, especially if we can draw like maybe a Shirahoshi, something like that. Could be pretty cool. Off one of these two. Either that or the Aladdin. Now we've got double Arlongs. I'll go double Arlongs over the Chew. Looking for one of our 4-drops. Don't really want either of these. I can take the Rush guy. Or could just... I might just take the 2k, to be honest. I don't really love any of those cards, though. And then we'll go with another Arlong. No 4 costs. That's a bit of a shame. I'll take one of my Rush guys, and then we'll pass it up. Yeah, I was hoping to find either the 4-cost Shirahoshi, we'll take this, or the 4-cost... What's it called? Something else, some other 4-cost that I can't remember the damn name of now. Aladdin. Oh, there's Shirahoshi, that'll do, donkey. We can use her to play out the Arlong. The Arlong is only good early game, but he's very good early game. And I will trash 2, I think. To attack with both of these, it just makes it a little bit awkward for them. We'll go with this. Play out the Arlong. And we use the... We may as well attack with leader first. We're going to attack 3 times. We know he's put some kind of trigger here. Sure. So he just gets to play the card. Nothing crazy there. Does not get the draw through trash 2. We're going to go trash on the Hatchan. 2 Dons on Arlong. Go 5 lead. And, like, he can take these and gamble on more triggers, but he didn't get one there, and he's at 2 already, you know? It's kind of sketchy. Let's ditch Chew. 2 on Arlong. 5 lead. And he does counter out that one eventually. Then we'll pass it over. 5 Don. Yeah, we'll let the first one go, but we will block to save probably the second one. With the Shirahoshi. Because this turn we're going to be playing the Fisher Tigers. Having more swings is obviously just better. The way that I think I want to tackle their board in the first place is if he chooses to block with the Boa, then we go after the Shaki. So that he doesn't get like double use out of the leader effect. Because it is once per turn. That one is, anyway. Go with the Fisher Tiger, draw a lot. We do need to discard at least 3 cards this turn. Let's trash the Arlong first, because he is not going to be useful. I think we're going 6, 5, 7. I'm attacking with this first, because if we were to attack with, say, the leader first for 7, he can just block, right? He can just block. We'll go 6 here. See what he wants to do with this. He's got to bottom deck a card first, which isn't great. Does take, gets a trigger. If we KO this, yeah, he gets like a trigger body out, pretty much. Let's trash one of the Kurobis. Buff up lead. I'm going to go 7 next. He does take the block. Do I want to attack this Shaki for 5? I think he'll probably save it regardless, but he could save life for 1 don anyway, so we'll go with that. Let's trash probably the Red Rock. I think it's just a little slow. Oh, we're going to end up having... We just have too many cards in hand to give us one back, right? That's a bit of a bummer. Hey-ho. Yeah, I'll just go 5 lead. It's whatever. He's going to defend this regardless. There's no way he's going to 0. Yeah. And then we'll pass, and we have to trash 1 from hand. We're going to need the Femur. It might just be the Fisher Tiger, to be honest. Fisher Tiger could be okay next turn, though. Fisher Tiger into Jinbe. It might just be this Kurobi. I think it's probably this Kurobi. I don't think we're playing him out at this point in the game. He's got 3 swings. He can deal with these pretty handily. Yep. Yep. I'll defend this, though. I think I'm going with another Fisher Tiger. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. That did just kill my Fisher Tiger. How rude. What do I want to do now? He's going to have the Boa next turn, I have to assume. Have to assume he's going to have the Boa. Do we go with the Jinbe? I think we're going to run out of cards if we go with the Jinbe as the thing. So we need to push him to 0 and establish a body. I think the Fisher Tiger is the best way of doing that. Because then he can heal back to 1. But we will still have the body. Right? We'll still have this Fisher Tiger. I think I will go with this. Sure, that gives me some easy trashes. We'll trash the... We could play the Chew. Playing the Chew is not bad. I don't think we're ever playing this. Don't worry, I'm here. Yeah, let's play the Chew. Get an extra guy down. Sure. Let's trash the Don't Worry, I'm here. 2 dons on here. I think we have to trash 1 more. So still getting a pretty big swing. I think it's the Pudding. Or is it the Shiro? It's probably the Shirahoshi, actually. Yeah, and then we'll attack for 10. That will probably go... That will certainly go through, I would expect. Giving us 3 cards here would be an interesting decision. And then next turn we have the Jinbe. If he chooses to play like a Boa blocker instead of playing the big Boa, then we... Well, that's pretty frustrating, actually. Yeah, it's like 1 trigger that would have been... Yeah, that's pretty bad. At least we have the Chew. Damn, that's a really brutal trigger, actually. Carrying a 7,000 base power unit. There's the Boa. We knew that was coming. 5, we'll counter with this Arlong. 5, I'll counter with this Pudding. 5, we'll take. It's not useful. Are we just going for it here, right, with the Jinbe? There's no way to defend our board. We have to just go for it. And I think playing out the Jinbe is the best way of doing it. Because we get so many rested dons from that. We can just trash the rest of the hand. So let's just take. He's given us more cards. That's fine. That's fine. Do we need this draw or bounce? Not really. So we could just play it for 8. And then play Koala for 2. Yeah, then we'd effectively have a 12,000 rush unit, right? We could even use the Perfume Femur as well. Then we just play this for 8 and then leave the remaining 2. And we can use the 2 either for female or koala. No. And we'll trash Chew first. And he just leaves. That's unfortunate for us. We would have won that one, though. Yeah, he didn't have a Don left for this. If he had a Don up for that, I would have obviously considered it, but he didn't. So he had 3k counter. This was not a trigger. Yeah, we had that easily there. We're able to be really, really aggressive into Boa. He got a couple of triggers out. He got the Rindo out. He got the Shaki Owl, though he put that one there. So, you know, that's fair enough. And then that Rayleigh trigger at the end there made our lethal a little bit harder. But you can still, excuse me, see how much pressure this deck puts on, right? It's kind of crazy. Got to go into Moria. We've got a 1 Don play. We've got a 5 Don play. We don't have anything for 3. Maybe this Arlong can help us out, though. I think we can keep this hand. We'll see how it goes. Go with the Arlong first. That is the perfect 3 Don play. Yeah, it's fine. Then we'll pass it up. Not sure what they do in there. Not really sure what this deck does at all, actually. Oh, he's playing with the stage, though. That's exciting. He's milled 5. What's he milled? Jesus Christ. All top end. Boa, Moria, and Croc. This guy has a serious amount of top end. Holy. I'm just going to go 5 here. Yeah, I'm just going to go 5 and then play out the Arlong. Does he get a trigger? There's actually nothing for him to summon if he does get the trigger, right? It's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, let's go with this Arlong. He can start sniping cards. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. Next turn we'll go with the Aladdin. I guess currently it's into the Chew. If he attacks lead, which I assume he will, I will take. You never know, we might get a better target for the Aladdin than the Chew. There are Arlong, Wadatsumi, the Rush guy, Karubi. All would be better than Chew. And I might even just dump the Chew and see if we can draw an extra card into our into a better play for Aladdin next turn. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. But this Arlong is pretty cool. If we can keep him alive, he can just start sniping cards out of our opponent's hand, which is great. Expecting some kind of 4. They play about 1,000,000 4s. I'm very surprised he whiffed them. Oh, that's annoying, actually. Can stop our Arlong from attacking. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like Perona. We'll take this 5. Fisher Tiger, not really what I'm looking for. Yeah, the fact that the Arlong can't attack is quite annoying for a number of reasons, right? By the time he can attack, his effect's probably going to be offline. Our opponent's stalling us out here. You'd love to see it. No need for this. Just pass, bro. Thank you. Let's go with the Arlong, see if we can find another 3 cost. You'll do. You will do. Then we'll go with this. Into this. And then trashing. Chew. 2 here. 5 lead. 5 lead. Unfortunately, don't get to attack the Arlong. I wish we could, but is what it is. Next time we've got the Fisher Tiger play, which is great. Hopefully he takes out our Arlong. I would love that. Does go down to 2. No trigger as well, which is incredible. With this deck, you just assume there's always a trigger, you know? It really always is. 6-cost Moria plays out the Hogback. Very nice. Hogback doesn't actually have anything to summon with his on KO just yet. We do have a 6 and a 5. He'll be able to take out the Arlong and deal a damage. If he wants to KO the Perona, he can deny something from attacking again. Actually, if he just swings 5 into life, I'll counter. I'm not giving up 2 Fisher Tigers, though. That would be suicide. If this was a Shirahoshi, I would have blocked with this 100% to get the Arlong effect for one more turn. But it isn't. I have to assume Perona's going to attack 5 to Arlong and then 6 lead. These are all new. These are all new. 6 to 5. I'll take that one. Yep, that's fine. Then are we killing Arlong? Are we doing it? We are doing it. That's fine. He ate a hit. He dealt a damage. He gives us a search. Good in my book. This is useless now. This is also useless now. We're going to be going with the Fisher Tiger. I think what I want to do here is 1 Don on the Arlong. He doesn't actually have anything to summon in here just yet, does he? No. Let's go with this, see what we draw. Yeah, I can toss the Hatchan. Could play the Chew. Definitely toss the hatch on. I might go 7 into Hogback. Because we can, like, actually just remove that from the field. Oh, no, he can summon himself, right? Yeah, he can summon himself. Oh, no, it's other than Dr. Hogback. Yeah, let's try 7 to Hogback. Because if he saves this, then we'll just go face, right? We'll just go face. And I might take out this Prona towards the end. We'll see. Just lets it go. And yeah, there's nothing to summon. That Cinderace at the start whiffing was huge for us, you know? It was genuinely huge. We'll go 5 with this Arlong now. He won't get his effects. Is what it is. It's fine. I would expect him to counter this. We've got to use lead effect 2 more times. So we're going to have a 5, we're going to have a 7, we're going to have a 5. And that's probably about it. That's probably about it. I think we will just toss the Chew and the Arlong. Does give us a 1k there. Toss the Chew. 2 dons here. Swing for 5. Cool. I'll swing for 5. No, I'll swing for 7. And I think we just go all at face, right? Because we have the Femur. He can heal with the Moria. But it's only 1 heal. Or we could take out the Peroni. No, he can remove, like, 1 thing. We can defend. He can remove 2 things. He can remove, like, the Arlong and the Wadasumi. We still have this. We can just go with another Fisher Tiger next turn. Could even Red Rock. Definitely tossing this. I think I actually kind of like killing the Perona. Yeah, I think I like killing the Perona, honestly. We can make something not attack, sure. Then we'll pass. So he can take out 2 things here and still heal, but if he doesn't heal, I think he's just screwed. And I know he has the leader effect to heal as well, but that part of the leader effect honestly just kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. Feels really bad. Feels really bad. Here's Perona. Perona stops Fisher Tiger from attacking, that's fine. I guess we are just, yeah, we're just losing 2 of whatever, but he hasn't healed, so I think we're in a good spot. I do. And if he does heal with his whole hand, then, you know, we're in an equally good spot. Okay, we could do that, yeah, that's fair. Stops Aladdin attacking, stops Fisher Tiger attacking. You can kill Wadatsumi, kill Arlong. Yeah, that's fair. You can kill Arlong as well, actually, with the Cinderace attack, maybe? Depending on what number he does. Well, now we're going to keep Wadatsumi. No, I don't have a 2k. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, this is 7 anyway. Yeah, I guess we just lose our hot board. That's fair. Yeah, I'm not defending this. Not defending this. A Jinbe would have been beautiful here. But we don't have one. Unless... Oh. Karubi's interesting, though. We could go... I think I do just want to get the second Fisher Tiger down. We can play Fisher Tiger and Karubi. It only costs 3. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Or we could go Arlong, dig for Jinbe next turn. That might be better. That might be better. Definitely ditching the Red Rock here. I think we're definitely ditching... I think I prefer the Karubi. We can ditch 2 cards, attack 5/7. We'll probably get a card and a life. Yeah, I think this is better. Yeah, we'll toss the Arlong. 2 here. 5 leader. And then we'll go 7 leader with Jinbe. Just toss the Red Rock. And I very much expect he'll take this one. Yep. And pass it over. And their check does happen. But like, our board is ridiculous. He can't go for lethal. He has 4 swings. We have 3 life. And we finally have a 2k. We have our one at Sim. We've got a couple of 1ks as well. So we should be pretty fine there. Hancock. Yep, cool. That is acceptable. Gets the heal. Can heal again with the leader effect, but then he has no cards in hand. Kills the Sindri, buff up. Definitely going to get rid of the Karubi, I would have thought. We do have another Karubi that's kind of cute. We can have another rush option. And we will play it because we need the rested Dons to just shit out our leader effect. Anyway. Unless we draw Jinbe. Jinbe is just the best. He's my goat. 7 to 5. Then we go what? 8 to 5? 8 to 5. Does heal. Okay. Karubi's probably going to be quite useful. We can counter an 8. I'll take... Oh. Never mind. Jinbe's even better. Yeah, sure. Yep. 7. 8. 9. And then that will be the game. We don't need to bounce anything, so we can just do this. And we've even got the femur, right? Start with... I guess a 7. We do have to play around Perona. What did the Perona freezes? A 6 or less. Cool. Let's go 7 again. Cool. No, we don't even need the Jinbe. 15 for game. GG's for our opponent. Well played. Sindri, yeah, you can play the Perona, freeze the Aladdin, but yeah, that's going to be lethal. 15 leads. Well played, sir. Gecko Moria. Gecko Moria feels a little weak. I mean, especially into an aggro deck, right? We are an aggro deck, admittedly. But the fact that we're pretty happy to go first with the amount of 1-drops we have, I don't know. These 4-life leaders really do seem to struggle into Jinbe. So thank you for watching. Let me know, what do you think of the deck? What do you think of the list? I think in theory against the big guys, I think in theory against Emu, we should actually be not that bad. Especially if you can get like a really good curve of Arlong into Arlong. Go on like odds, because Emu's still going to want evens. They're still going to want evens, and if you can get like this out, and then maybe go, I don't know, Aladdin into another Arlong, or Aladdin into a Karubi, by the time they get to Mars to blow up one of your guys, you're going to have pretty much a full board. You can have 4 characters on the board potentially. This guy's going to be sniping cards. This is going to be pinging annoying 5s. You've got your leader, obviously. And then later on, we do have femur if we can push them to 0. And if they start taking too aggressively, you can punish it with pudding. I don't think Emu should be too bad. I think Ace will be tough, though. Our guys are 3k. They're all 3k, like 5k. So attacking into Ace when he's at 6, it's just kind of awkward. Using 1 leader spell to buff to 5 feels really good into all sorts of 5k decks. But into the 6k Ace, I think it's going to be a lot trickier. So I think Ace will probably be a bad matchup. But again, if you can get them low enough to go, okay, putting femur, and maybe we go up on Red Rocks to try and improve that matchup, we can just try and focus on bot decking all the new gates. I don't know. We'll have to see about Ace. I'm not sure about that matchup yet. Zoro as well. I think we can be quite aggressive into Zoro, which is nice, especially if you get odds. Again, just like Emu, by the time they play Toshigi or Quina, you're going to have a decent amount of stuff on the board anyway, so... I don't know. I don't think Zoro and Emu should be too bad, but I will have to test into them before I can say that for sure. But regardless, I think Jinbe's a lot of fun, and from what I've played today, he feels quite promising into the new leaders at least. So once we get more of a chance to test those meta matchups, we'll see how we feel. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.